Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 5 started off with a flashback of Boruto training with Sasuke in Kenjutsu, and a small conversation between the two of them where Boruto was teasing Sasuke about his Uchiha style and how good it looks on him, especially with his longer hair that seems to resemble Sasuke's haircut from when Sasuke was a 16-year-old teenager. Sasuke goes on to tell Boruto that he taught him almost everything that he knows, commenting on how much Boruto is a quick learner and can easily get a handle of the teachings that Sasuke is giving him, referring to Boruto as someone that people would call a genius. Taking us back to the anime canon episode of Boruto's Rasengan training with Kakashi Hatake, where Kakashi sensei said Boruto is a prodigy and he inherited the genius of Minato, the 4th Hokage. Sasuke even told Boruto that he is a lot like Naruto. He has the same look in his eyes, the same look that also set Sasuke back on the right path. Even though Sasuke still doesn't truly believe in his memories, Sasuke still has the feeling that Boruto is someone that he can trust or believe in, which is a major thing in terms of Sasuke's character. He also understands why Sarada was begging him to save Boruto. Sasuke's detective skills as a shinobi are very sharp. In fact, they are so sharp that they were even seen as a threat by Jigen or Ishiki, who thought that it means he needs to take out Sasuke Uchiha first instead of Naruto Uzumaki, stating that Sasuke's detective skills could prove to be a major threat. Yet in this situation, Sasuke Uchiha is thinking more with his feelings and not with his head. He decided to base his decision more on his gut intuition and the faith that his daughter Sarada has in Boruto, even going as far as to risk his life again for Boruto in a confrontation against Code and his claw grimes. This chapter gave us a lot of crucial information and a bit of context as to what happened to Sasuke, as well as how Code ended up getting the scar on his left eye. The scar was given to him by Sasuke Uchiha, who decided to sacrifice himself and take on Code and his clawgrams by himself, leaving Boruto with the reassurance that he taught him everything that he needs, and the only thing that Boruto needs to do is sharpen his skills and techniques. Even more significant than that, Sasuke decided to entrust Sarada's protection to Boruto, with the last statement that Sasuke said to Boruto being the words, "I leave Sarada to you," before he rushed off to fight with Code. There's some confusion regarding whether or not Sasuke is now officially stronger than Naruto, or at least stronger than Jigen, since he was also training alongside Boruto and he could have gotten a slight boost in strength over the year of training that he did with Boruto before he fell victim to the claw grimes. The answer to that is yes and no. Yes, as in Sasuke did get stronger, but he might not have become strong enough to be more powerful than No Limiter Code, who is only above Jigen level and not anywhere near Ishiki or Baryon mode levels of power. To make it more easier to understand, Sasuke at that point in time was stronger than the version of himself that fought Jigen and Ishiki, but probably wasn't stronger than No Limiter Code. It was a slight boost as a result of training, not a major power up that puts him on the level of Ishiki or Baryon mode. The chapter then takes us to the Shinju, where the 4 newly evolved villains were discussing their existence and what meaning they can derive from it. We even got the names of the 4 Shinju except for the one that resembles Bug from Ada's facility. The Shinju that looks like Moegi is named Matsuri, the one that looks like Sasuke is named Hidari, and the one with the patch on his head who seems like the leader of the Shinju is named Jura. The Shinju are still struggling with identifying who and what they are. Jura tells Hidari that he doesn't need to worry about all that, since it doesn't matter. They should just give in to their instincts and act on them. Their instincts will tell them what they need to do next. According to Jura, all of them seem to be linked in a way that they are the same since they come from the Jubi, but they have different thoughts and feelings, even though their instincts all say the same thing, which is for them to devour someone other than an Otsutsuki, which can also be a side effect of their evolution. The Otsutsuki are no longer the only thing that they need to consume. The 4 Shinju seem to have decided to devour the individuals that are the most closely related to the victims within the claw grime trees. Matsuri will target Team 10, mainly Konohamaru Sarutobi. The Bug Shinju decides to target Ada and even does a stare down with her as if she's in the room with them, saying to her that he knows that she's watching and she's the one that he is targeting. Hidari decides to target Sarada, and it makes sense considering that she's the daughter of Sasuke Uchiha, the most precious thing that Sasuke has. Jura tells the other Shinju that he wants to devour Naruto Uzumaki. We don't know how that Shinju is linked to Naruto, or why he wants to devour him. So that's one of the biggest mysteries that were left to us in this chapter. We then go back to Konoha, where Amado is working in his office, with Sumire giving him the side eye, wanting to know what Amado thinks about Boruto returning to the village, insinuating that Amado is targeting Boruto, since Boruto's karma is essential in the resurrection of Amado's daughter, Akebi. For those of you that don't remember, Akebi is the daughter of Amado who died a year before Ada was born. Amado tried several times to bring her back to life using the power of science by cloning her, but sadly he was made painfully aware of his limitations as a father and the limitations of science when it comes to reviving the dead. There's no way for Amado to play God and bring back Akebi, no matter how good of a scientist that he is. The failed attempts to bring back Akebi were also the birth of Delta, which is why she has so many clones of her. Delta was the result of Amado's attempts to bring back Akebi. Amado couldn't revive Akebi with her personality and soul intact. She always woke up with the Delta's personality and attitude. This is where the karma comes in, and this is the wish that Jigen promised Amado in exchange for him working with Kara. Since the karma seal can revive dead Otsutsuki with their souls intact, as well as their personality, Amado believes that divine techniques of the Otsutsuki like the karma are the only way that he can bring his daughter back. The karma was described by Amado as a house with a door, where basically the soul or data of someone has to enter and extract until the extraction is complete and the door can be opened, resulting in the resurrection of a dead Otsutsuki. The only thing that he has to change is the inhabitant of that house and put someone else's data or soul into that karma, and he can resurrect anyone else other than the Otsutsuki, with their entire personality and soul intact. Amado replies to Sumire with sarcasm, giving her the response that she wants to hear, but also making it a point to ask her if that's what Sumire thought he would say to her. Amado also reveals that he knows that the one that has the karma with Akebi's data is Kawaki and not Boruto. Sumire is surprised by this response. She hesitantly asks Amado what he means by that. Amado says that no one in the village knows who modified Kawaki with scientific ninja tools or when they even did it. Yet Amado can tell that those modifications are his handiwork, just like an artist leaves a signature on something to prove that it's originally their work. Amado can see that his signature is written all over Kawaki's karma, as the evidence suggests that it's an artificial karma that only he could engineer, meaning that his memories were tampered with, but he doesn't know who tampered with them. Amado is a scientist. He relies on the physical evidence that's in front of him to prove or disprove something. He regards memories as ambiguous fragments of thought, and as a scientist, he cannot rely on his memories. Amado is adamant that the karma on Kawaki is the one that has Akebi's data, not Boruto's karma. Sai as well as Shikamaru were watching from the surveillance core as he said all of this to Sumire. It's evident that Amado's main target is Kawaki, and he has to get unrestricted access to Kawaki's karma if he wants to revive Akebi. This is going to be challenging for him because Kawaki knows the truth of who he is and what he's capable of. He's not going to agree to this unless Amado uses a voice command to shut Kawaki down and work on his karma. That is if Amado has a shutdown code for Kawaki like he does with the other Kara members that he worked on. The last pages of the manga show us Sumire and Sarada. Sumire is informing Sarada about the contradiction that Amado is able to see within the state of reality as well as how he remembers it in his memories. Sarada gets curious as to how Amado is able to notice and piece together why the contradictions exist, yet the other villagers can't do the same, no matter how much physical evidence you show them. Sumire responds to Sarada by saying that people are generally more likely to believe in their vivid memories than the physical evidence that's in front of them. Boruto shows up at that moment to tell Sarada about how Sasuke gave up his life for him and entrusted him with Sarada's protection, even though he still doubted his memories. Sarada runs to Boruto and gives him the biggest hug you can imagine to show how much she missed him, even calling him stupid and telling him that he's late. Boruto apologizes to Sarada and tells her that he is finally home. Boruto and Sarada are still embracing each other, which marks the end of the chapter. The two of them are the only hope that the ninja world has in undoing the Omnipotence jutsu and saving the ninja world not only from their own fake memories, but also from the threat of code and the Shinju. Sasuke Uchiha believed that his daughter Sarada, along with Boruto, are the only ones that can do it.